This video focuses on classifying nouns and action verbs in specific sentence patterns. So there's a whole lot of noun functions and verb types, so we're going to narrow down some examples that just look at subjects, direct objects, and objects of a preposition. And we will include some adverbs that look like direct objects, but they're really not. And we'll break down the two different types of action verbs and make sure we can recognize helping verbs in front of them. Here are 6 example sentences that all have action verbs, and I've underlined the subjects and put a red box around that action verb. Something to notice here, the difference. Some of these sentences have a noun here at the end. Let's look at these 3 specifically. Book, Betty, and crayons. When you look at the verb wrote what? A book. Tripped who? Betty. Broke what? The crayons. These nouns are called direct objects. They receive the action of the verb. Some action verbs have them. Other action verbs don't. For example, fainted and soared. We just have the action verb and there's no noun after it. So we call these verbs transitive verbs or intransitive verbs, whether they have a direct object or not. But you can't just look after the verb to see if there's a word there. For example, fell quickly. Is that a noun? Quickly, that's an adverb. So that tells you how the prices fell, but there's not a noun afterward. This would still be considered an intransitive action verb because it doesn't have a direct object or a noun right after, like book or Betty or crayons. Here are some common sentence structures for transitive action verbs. In every case, we have an action verb followed by a noun that answers the question, what or who. Throws what? The ball. Has been eating what? A steak. Notice the helping verbs. Loves who? Ben. And we can say how, too, with an adverb. Ate what? A steak. And we do have another noun here, birthday, but that doesn't connect to the verb. It doesn't tell you what Pat ate. Instead, it connects to the preposition. So here, this is the object of the preposition. 2 nouns there. One is the direct object. One has a different function, object of the preposition. So let's do the same thing with intransitive sentence structures, meaning we have an action verb without a noun after it. So just bunnies hop, or trees had grown. And we can stick in a helping verb there, but there's no direct object. The confusing part is when you have words after the verb, and some of them might even be nouns. But are they direct objects? So the best test is jump what or jump who. If you can't answer that question with the words backwards or on rocks, it's not a direct object. And without a direct object, this action verb is intransitive. Let's just go through a few examples to practice. Eloise is the subject. Hid is a transitive action verb because we have a direct object right after, pacifier. That's hid what? Hid a pacifier. And here, pillow is the object of the preposition under. Amelia is the subject. Hid is the intransitive action verb because there's not a direct object. Hid what? Hid who? We don't have an answer. Door is a noun though. It's the object of this preposition, behind. Calvin is the subject. Finished is the transitive action verb. Puzzle is the direct object. Finished what? Finished the puzzle. Time here is a noun. It's the object of this preposition, during. Pause the video and try the next 3. Ate is intransitive because there's just a prepositional phrase. There's no direct object. Rode is transitive. Rode what? His bike. And napped is intransitive because there's not a direct object. Napped what? Napped who? We don't know. That's just a prepositional phrase. Let's look at a few more examples with helping verbs. Dancing is the subject. Has is a helping verb. Evolved is an intransitive action verb. Years is the object of the preposition over. Penelope is the subject. Will is a helping verb. Cook is a transitive action verb. Dinner is the direct object. Pause the video and try the next 2. So exercising is the main verb and it's an intransitive action verb. Will, be are both helping. We have a prepositional phrase at the end. Was is the helping verb. Studying is an intransitive action verb. Yesterday is not a noun. That's an adverb. No direct object there.